we're going to do today is we are going to work on a very, very simplified version of this song, Time of Your Life by Green Day. And it's going to be, it's geared towards like the very beginning stages. You know, if you just pick up the guitar, it might be a little tricky because you got to still stretch your fingers a little bit. But if you're in your very beginning stages, this is something you're going to be able to handle because, you know, it's just too much with, you know, hitting single notes and then all these strumming patterns. It's going to be too much for you right now. So you don't want to sit there and have to work on these strumming patterns all the way, you know, forever until you're able to finally play along with the song. So I'm going to help you out there. I'm going to give you some really simplified versions of all this, the different parts, so you can actually apply that to the song and play along with the song. So let me get the camera down and let me show you. All right. So how this song goes is it starts out with a G. You know, plays some of that. Then he has a C add 9, and then a D. But again, we're going to do simplified versions of that. So first off is with our G, what we're going to do is we're going to put our middle finger over here right on our 3rd fret and then on the low E string. And then we're going to take this finger right here, I'm going to put it on the B string, the 2nd string in the 3rd fret also. So this is going to be the hard part, is trying to stretch right here. And here's the good thing, like normally with a chord you gotta really curve those fingers around so they don't touch the strings below, so every single string rings out. The nice thing about this is we don't have to worry about that. We can actually lean our fingers over, and that's really great for beginners because that's a big problem, is trying to curve those fingers so they don't hit the strings below. So what we're going to do here is, again, this finger is going to be here on the 3rd fret and the E string, low E string, and it's going to go ahead and lean over and mute out that string right below it. And then this finger right here is it's going to naturally want to lean over, but this is going to lean over and mute out that high E. Later on, you can add that in, and then later on we'll make a full chord, but it's just too hard. So again, low E, 3rd fret, B string, your 2nd string, in the 3rd fret also, and then go ahead and lean them over. Now if I go through each one, that rings out, that's muted out, next 2 ring out, actually the next 3 ring out, and then the high E is muted out too. So no problems with these leaning over. So that is your G chord. Then what we're going to do is we're going to keep this finger right where it is, but this finger we're going to bring down to our A string. That's the only difference between these two chords. This finger is on the E string, this finger is on the A string. They stay in the same exact fret. Then what you want to do with this hand is you want to play it from the A string down. Don't include that low E. Hear how it muddies it up? Does it sound so great? You gotta hit from the A string down. Now that might be a bit of a challenge if you're just starting out, but just keep practicing it and you'll get it. Just kind of practice going there, and then really listen carefully. Hear that boominess? That means I hit that low E string. Here's that boominess. Now if I missed the A string, I mean the low E string, then I went over and I added in that E string. You hear the difference? So here's without it. Did you hear when I added in that low E string, how it started to sound mushy sounding? So you got to make sure you hit it from the A string down. And again, that one plays, this finger is leaning over, muting out that next string below. Then we have that note's ringing out, and then Again, this is leaning over too, muting out that string. So that's one nice thing about these chords, is it's actually good to move these over. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically it's doing this part. Yep, so there's those two parts. Now we're going to go, we're going to play a D type of a chord. This is a D5, but we'll just call it D for now. Later on we can get into the exact names of chords, but so we're going to keep that finger right where it is. It's going to lean over also, but we're going to take this finger and put it right on the G string in the 2nd fret. And then what you're going to do here, and again, this doesn't matter if this leans over or anything, because this finger is pressing down on this fret. So these two fingers, perfectly fine. That high E will be muted out. So it's your D string, G string, B string. High E is muted out. When you play this, you want to try and play it. Well, you don't have to be particular with this. You can play it from the D string or from the A string. It almost sounds really nice with the A string in there. What we don't want, again, in this chord is your E string in there. That sounds horrible. So then, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you're going to need to do is you're probably going to have to practice doing this. Just keep going back and forth. Just trying to practice that. And you don't even have to count at first. You kind of just practice going back and forth. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that good, and then do the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's that whole part. Playing the simplified version. Oh, oops. So once you play along the track, it'll sound good. But yeah, it's just getting these stretches in there, and then practicing the different from here to here should be pretty easy. Well, now it's going to be challenged because you're going to have to go right hand, play through E string down, then you're going to have to practice going from A string down. So you're going to have to go back and forth between there, practicing that. So there you go. There's that part. And then there's one other way you could do it if you want. If that's really a problem, you could put your index finger right here on the 2nd fret, and then on the A string, this one right here on the 3rd fret in the A string. Then you're gonna hit just the lower strings. You can hit from E, A, D, and G. You can hit those. Then you can move these down, and then kind of do the same thing. You're gonna basically hit the A, D, and G, and then you would go over, and you could do an A5 chord here, D5, where now you're not even going to include that note. You're just going to play this note right here on your G string and hit that open D string above it. So you play this. So again, 2nd fret A string, 3rd fret E string. Hit your E, A, D, and G. And if you only hit 3, it's not the end of the world. And then Move these down, same exact configuration, but you can hit your A, D, and your open G string. And then from there, you're going to move this finger down one. You're going to hit that string plus the open D string above that. And then go ahead and lean it over so it mutes that out, and then hopefully you won't go all the way down your E string. You know, you don't want that E string to ring out. Just really, you want to hit just your D and G strings on that D5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a way you could do it. Doesn't quite sound as good as this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That version sounds a bit nicer. So, yeah, so there is the main part of Time of Your Life. So you can mess around with that. And I'm going to make also a simplified version of the chorus part. And then, I'll show you the ending part, and you can kind of put them all together. But that's another video. We don't want to make a big, huge, massive, long video. Just get this section down pretty good, all the different movements and stuff. And then, yeah, when you're ready, just stick on a track, and again, it plays this 4 times before it goes into the chorus part. But, you can practice playing that, the chorus part, and then the verse part, and then let that part go by, and then it's going to come by again, the verse part, and you can play it again. But do a lot of practicing without it. Remember, you want to just do the counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just kind of keep looping that over and over again. And then again, later on, you get better at it. Then you'll be able to add in all the strums. You'll add in all the little fancy stuff after, but if you're just starting out, that's a little bit too much for you at this stage. You want to be able to play along with the track and have fun with this, not be working on the different patterns for the next year before you're able to play along with anything. So, good. So there's that first part. Work on that. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on to the chorus part, and then in there, I think we'll be able to finish it up. And yeah, have fun with it. And again, if you have problems, let me know. All right. Have a good one.